This is amazing. Oh, so good. Hello, guys. Hello, ladies. Hello, everyone. You are welcome to my channel wherever you're watching from around the world. If you're new around here, my name is Noye. I love cooking, and interestingly, I love giving it a healthy touch. Today, I'm going to share with you my traditional Nigerian meat pie. I haven't been on YouTube for a long time, and today, which is the last day of the year, I am sharing our comfort, because meat pie is one comfort food for us. So meat pie can be served as a meal accompaniment or a side or even a main meal, So it's just one meal or one, it's a snack actually, but sometimes, it depends on how what you like. Sometimes you can have it as a meal, So yes, so it's one meal or snack or whatever you decide to call it, that is always a constant, like in a Nigerian household. If you have having a party or celebration, you always find meat pie there. So whenever we're celebrating and say maybe even weekend, we always try to do a meat pie. So I will go along and show you how I make my meat pie recipe, okay? So what you need is, we'll need to have, this is like 3 onions chopped, washed and chopped. And then carrots is about 5 to 6 sticks of carrots chopped, cubed, and then round about 6 potatoes washed and chopped like so. And then I'm using 5% lean mincemeat, and also I'm using Nigerian stock cube, that's a nut cube, and half teaspoon of pink salt. I'm also using nutmeg, 1 whole. So what I'll be using is half of this nutmeg, so I'm not using the whole thing. And thyme is a must for me. And also, this is optional. I'm using curry powder. I just like a bit of it in my meat pie, just a little bit. This is completely optional. For your standard meat pie, you would just be fine with your thyme, your nutmeg, and your stock cube and salt. Meat pie doesn't really need that much. And then obviously your chili if you want it a little bit spicy. So this is all I'm using for my sauce today, and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of olive oil for all of it to cook this down. And yeah, so that's pretty much that for the sauce, and I will just start making the sauce. And then after that, while the sauce is cooking, I'll just try and get this up so that you can see my face. So yeah, so while that is cooking, we'll go ahead and do our flour. That's our dough for the pie. So guys, let's do this. So let's get this. So I'm going to make a slurry with 2 tablespoons of flour. This is self-raising flour, okay? This is just to thicken the sauce. So you can either do this 2 ways. Either you use a normal regular flour, or you use a flour alternative like arrowroot for a healthier option. So, but this is what I have. So I'm using 2 tablespoons, I'm using 2 tablespoons today, okay? So this is just to thicken the sauce, okay? if you don't, I mean, this bit is optional. You can cook your sauce for longer, and it will be, it will thicken up with time, but that takes a lot of time. And because you really want this to be like really quick and swift, so this is a quick method of thickening your sauce. You can use corn flour, you can use arrowroot, but I'm using regular flour today. One thing I've found with meat pie is that, I've tried the healthier alternatives, and it's not always the same as a regular meat pie. And for celebrations, when you have like parties or celebration, the last thing you want to give to people is, the alternatives. Nigerians are really, especially my husband and my kids, they're really set in their ways when it comes to food. So they really, really like their normal, the normal Nigerian meat pies. So yes. So tell me, how do you like your meat pie? Have you tried a healthier alternatives of the meat pie? Healthier meat pie alternative, like with maybe with like almond flour or coconut flour. Do you think it's the same? Yeah? Would you leave that in the comment section? Would you let me know what you think if you've tried it? Because I'm going to try to share that recipe with you. I've tried it. And I've also used whole wheat flour as well. So I'm going to share that with you guys as well. So if you let me know if you have, and if you want to see it, if you want to see the alternative. Okay? And if you're also wondering what the difference is, if you just, like drop in the comment section, okay? So next, we'll just, this is a slurry. I don't know if you can see, that's a slurry. Just make sure that all the bubbles or the seeds are nicely mixed, okay? So I'm just going to pan my camera to the pot so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of water to cook down our sauce, because you want to literally, what you want to do is to cook down the vegetables, especially the potatoes, to soften it a little bit. So usually I'll cook it till it's fork tender, okay? So and I'll just add a little bit of water. So you can see what the consistency looks like just now. I'm just going to add a little bit of water just to help it cook down. You don't want to add too much water so that it's not runny, because you want your sauce to be thick. So let's leave this to cook, and we'll just go ahead and prep our dough. Okay, so that's self-raising flour. That's 500 grams. So for our dough, we're going to use, I'm using 1 kg of flour to 1,000 grams of flour to 500 grams of butter. So if you know what I mean, like the 1 to 2 measurement, 1 to 2 ratio. So I'm just going to leave a little bit for dusting. Okay. So that is 1,000 grams. I'm just going to transfer that on here. So that's pretty much what you need for your flour. And then the butter, margarine that I'm using would be 500 grams. So that's 1,000 gram, and that's 1 kg of flour to 500 grams of butter. Okay. So since we already have that measurement, so I'm just gonna chalk that in here and squish that all up. Okay, so that's one method. Again, another method is to use your what's it called, shortcut pastry. I don't know if you can see that shortcut pastry. You can get that from your local supermarket. You can get that from Macro. That's where I got mine. If you're in the UK, if you're in Aberdeen precisely, you can get that from Macro. So the interesting or the good thing about this is that it's already mixed, so you don't need butter or anything. So it's just water you need to mix, and then you've got yourself a nice pie. So I love to use this when I need a quick meat pie. Okay. So this is two ways. So either you do that from the scratch, you prepare your dough from the scratch with mixing your flour, or you use this. To be honest, I find this a very quick method. I find it very quick to use. So you've got that. So that's what we are going to use, and then obviously you will need your pie cutter as well. So I'll pop all of these aside and start mixing. I'll put this aside and start mixing wash my hands and get my gloves on. Okay. All right. Oh, I think that's a small size. Okay, that one. Okay, and then you will need, for your flour, you will need 1 teaspoon. Oh no, I lie. It's going to be 1 tablespoon, because for each 500 gram, you need 1 teaspoon. So you will need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So that's roughly 1 tablespoon. And then I also like to shove in a bit of nutmeg in my flour, okay, in the dough, just to give it that flavor. So let me know in the comment section if you do this with your, if you do this with your meat pie. I like to have that, that nutty flavor in the crust. It makes a difference. If you don't use it, try it and let me know in the comment section. If you've done it, if you like it, let me know. And then I'll need warm water to mix. So before I put water, I'll mix this all up, okay? Now I'll need to put in the butter. So I'm just going to go with my fingers. Yes. So this is what you want to do, to break up the butter into little chunks and mix it. So what you want to do now is to mix the whole thing up. Just gently mix fold in the flour and the butter. Okay. Now this is a very tricky part, and it's also very messy. Now this is one bit that is very, very tricky. You just have to get some muscles. In fact, this is another form of exercise. Right, so I need to check on the sauce. I think it's ready now. So you can see what it looks like just now, but I'll need to add a little bit of water. You try to add the water in bits just to see, and then fold in to see the texture. First, the consistency before you add the rest of the water. So that's not looking bad. I will just add a little bit more. Oh, I forgot to put the nutmeg. You know, I told you I like a bit of nutmeg in the dough. I said I like a bit of nutmeg in the dough, so I'm just going to do this. And then for this particular flour, the short crust pastry, if you want to add a bit of little bit of salt, you can do, but to be honest, it's fine. So again. So this is another way to do this if you don't have a pie cutter. So if you don't have a pie cutter, you can do this, okay? And then just use your fork and then just want to so you just want to seal the tips, okay? So if you don't have a pie cutter, you can do this. You can do this, okay? So what I'm just doing is just egg washing the pies, just to give it that nice glossy brownie look afterwards. So this is what to do. But if you have egg allergies, then you might want to leave this bit out, okay? So next will be to let's pierce the pies to let air escape. So this is very important if you want your pie to cook properly. So I'm just gonna so guys, that's all meat pie ready to go into the oven. So I'm just going to pop this in the oven for 20 minutes, and the temperature I'm cooking it under is 170, 180. So the oven has been preheating all this while, so it's really hot. So anything between 15, 20 minutes would just be perfect for it, but we'll keep an eye on it to see how it goes. So our pie has been cooking for roughly 20 minutes now. So I'm just gonna take it out from the oven just now, okay? Ta-da! Look at that, guys. So I'm just gonna palm the camera down. Oh my goodness, it smells really lovely. Just pan the camera down. So this is our meat pie ready now. It smells really amazing and delicious, guys. Yes, so just enjoy it. Just enjoy it as a snack or as a proper meal if you like. And yeah. So guys, that's my meat pie ready. And if you've loved watching this video, please don't forget to give me a little heart, like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so that you can get and turn on your notification button so that you can get updates whenever I share my recipe or whenever I share a new recipe. Yes, guys, thank you so much, and thank you for staying to the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, we're just gonna have a lovely New Year Eve. Ooh, guys, that is so beautiful. So guys, thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye.